think I'm live. So I'm just gonna double check. Hi guys. Yeah, I think I'm live. I'm live. So hi guys, how are you? I hope you guys are doing okay. Yes, I am flanked by my light. So I'm just set up for today's live. In case you are new to Pink Fresh Studio lives, my name is Nathalie. I'm part of the video design team for Pink Fresh Studio. And I come every so often to just share a little bit of what you can create in terms of scrapbooking with Pinfresh Studio products. So again, we're going to take a little while to chat, make sure everybody finds us. I think Heather's going to be today, Pinfresh Studio. So that means that she's going to be able to help us answering some questions. Hi, Aida. So we're just going to wait for Heather to show up. Yes, it's summer here in Toronto, which means that there's quite a bit of sun, like super sunny. Hi, Robin. It's very sunny. It's starting to get hot, and I don't do summer that well. I gotta be honest. Hi, I see a lot of you guys are popping in, and I see Heather. Heather is on the West Coast, so she's in the morning. I'm at lunchtime already here. So, hi everybody. I hope you guys are doing okay. Like I said, we're just gonna give you a few minutes before we get all settled before we turn on the camera and you can see what we're gonna work with. And today, I hope you guys are all doing great. Like I said, we're already here in Toronto. It's summer the past few days. I don't know what part, of the US or anywhere in the world you're coming from. It's been super hot. We went to 44 degrees Celsius this week here in Toronto. I don't know what's the equivalent on Fahrenheit to that. I think it's around 110 or something like that. It was super hot. And of course, I don't do great, but it's that time of the year, when it's very sunny and, we enjoy those days too. And, so let me know how the weather's around your part of the world. I know that, a lot of you guys are like, so I read a comment, somebody said, oh, I don't think it should be as sunny, but it's, it is very sunny here in Toronto. So that's why my lights are off right now, because I don't want to be super shiny, but in a little bit, we're going to turn them back on so you can see what I'm working on. And remember, every time you comment, there will be at the end of the live, Heather will pick a winner from one of the comments. If you share it, same thing, we'll look into that, and then we'll give a $15 gift certificate to Pinfresh Studio. Forgive me for a little bit, I have very little sleep today. So yes, see, everybody's in the sunny part, because we're like, most of us that are watching, man, it's probably the northern hemisphere. So we're looking at summer and lots of sun. My mother just came back from Ecuador, like 3 in the morning. That's why, like I said, my face is like maybe a little bit sleepy, because and again, we're in Ecuador's in South America, so we're like a totally opposite. We're going to what will be probably fall down there. So so a few things, before we go, like I said, if you want to see what I'm going to use today, most of the stuff, I'm going to say most because I'm going to show you a product that's going to be available on Monday's release, in the Pinfresh Studio release on Monday. But the rest, everything is in the description of this video. So go ahead and find it. Hi, Lori. Hi, everybody. I see Lori's there, name there. Make sure you, if you have any questions on what I'm going to use, everything is in the description of this video, and you can find it in the Pinfresh Studio shop. We always make sure that it's available before we list it. Yes, I know it's very humid. Yes, I know it's not great. And then I'm going to show you, like I said, one of the products that's going to be on Monday, and the release is beautiful on Monday. As always, all the releases are beautiful. This one there's beautiful pieces in it. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, obviously, so you pick up the lives and also the videos that come up. And also, like I said, go ahead and comment, and at the end we'll pick up a winner. And don't forget, one of the things that I saw today, because like I said, the past few days have been a bit of a blur for me. There is a grab box sale for Pinfresh Studio. Go into the feed in Facebook and Instagram, and you're going to see the details. It is a good box. So I say my little, 2 cents. I'm going to flip the camera, turn on the lights. So just be patient with me, and we're going to get started. And I like what I'm going to do today. Not just the fact that I'm doing something that's totally new, but give you an idea that can work for, wait, there we go. Cards and also scrapbooking projects. So let me just grab my hair. flip the camera a bit so I can see what I'm saying and doing, and we're gonna get started. So, like I said, today is gonna be a little bit of a sneak peek of what is coming to Pinkfresh Studio. So let's just move it aside so you guys can see. So this is one of the new products that'll be available on Monday's release on Pinkfresh Studio. I believe it's 8:30 in the morning, a.m. Eastern time. Okay. So if I'm mistaken, I'm sure Heather's going to correct me. So if I'm mistaken, Heather, correct me on that. So this one here is called Geo Arch, and is cover a hot foil. It's a cover plate foil, and it comes with coordinating a stencil set. So I'm going to pull them aside because we're going to use them. I've already gone ahead and actually used my cover die to create my hot foil plate. My apologies on that, to create my piece. So I'm just going to make sure that I show you. Clean up a bit. I'm going to just pull that one for you. So this is what it's going to look like. So you're going to see shiny from the hot foil, but it has these beautiful arches. Okay. So that's what if you use it. I use hammer mill. Oh, good Lord. Hammer mill, 100-pound color covered cardstock. Is that what I'm saying it properly, Heather? If I'm not mistaken, I always get confused. And then whatever, I did 4 of this for today's project. So this is number 4. And then whatever was left over, I used actually polished brass hot foil. I have a glimmer machine from a Spellbinder, so I use their foils. And then I actually have the leftover pieces, the leftover foils. I use the solid plate to get, the reverse, because I thought they're always fun. And then my foil doesn't go to waste. And those probably will come in a project soon. So this is what you can create just by foiling with the new Geo Arch foil plate. So if you're a card maker, this is a beautiful backdrop for your cards. But if you are a scrapbooker and you're thinking, what can I do with it? I'm going to give you an idea. And if you're a card maker, you might want to borrow it too. So let me just put this away. Like you say, remember, my table happens to be magical. Things disappear. They have on while we're doing a live. So I want to be, keep it clean a bit. So we know. And then one of my favorite things to do, and I think all of us like, it's a rainbow. So I am going to create a rainbow for my background using this hot foil plate. So let me just grab. So you're going to see that I actually worked a bit on this. So just give you an idea that I worked on this last night. Well, I had the idea. I had started working it. So I'm just going to use it for my background for now. So don't mind the mess. It's just, for the sake of working on it. So I'm already started. And I'm going to show you because I was diligent. I was organized. I see have done my little background already. And I already even die cut it. And that's what I think I forgot to bring my die cutting machine, which I'm going to disappear for 2 seconds and 2 minutes. So I've gone. Let me just move this to the background so you can see better. So I've gone yellow to blue. So that means I'm going to get the green, then blue to pink. That means in between I was going to get my purple. And then I get pink to orange. I got a little bit of coral in between. And then the last plate, the last little foil thing that I have here. And again, like I said, don't mind the mess because I was working on this. It's going to go from orange to yellow. Okay. So I'm going to show you how this works. And it's super simple. The coordinating stencil set is 3 stencils. And I actually use the background to give me you can do different colors. You can do a whole bunch of things. It's completely up to you. But what I decided to do is actually work the idea behind it. You're going to see, so it has 3 different colors of the same family. So I'm going to use pretty much the same idea for my paint. So I'm going to start with stencil 1. And like I said, don't mind the mess. Okay, but it's bugging me. So I might have to go ahead and take a piece of paper. Hold on. Okay, much better because it bugs me and I know it's going to bug you. It bugs me most. Okay, so Gonna set my little stencil here in place. And it like lines up like so easily. Okay, so remember, I am gonna go now creating from orange, just so you see the changes in my colors. So yellow to blue, going to the green, then blue to pink, going to the purple. Then I'm going pink to orange, and then I have like a little bit of like coral in between. So I need to go orange to yellow to complete my rainbow. Hi, Etienne. I see Kirsten. So you're in your deck. Nice. So I'm going to start with orange because that's, so these are the 4 sets of inks that I use pretty much for the entire project. And I put the ink cube bundle, but I actually just use these 4 colors. This is Rise and Shine. I use actually the collection of them. I am using Fairy Dust. I am using Indian Summer and also the Morning Sky set. So these are, I just need these 2. Let's put this away. And I'm going to start with the lightest color of orange. So that'll be Peach Fuzz. You don't forget 2 things. The 2 things is my little ink. I always forget the ink stand thingy. Yeah, so I'm going to start with a little bit of Peach Fuzz for this. And I'm using a stencil 1. Remember, these actually have, even if you use this, they have a little notch that you can it has right here. So you can line it straight onto your card. But because I foiled, and foiled is not an exact science, I'm just going to make sure that I line up the arches. So I'm going to go with Peach Fuzz. And I'm going to go from the top to the bottom very lightly. I just want to create the light part of my stencil. And I want to go lightly with it. Not a heavy hand. Remember, I'm just getting some ink here with my brush. And then I'm just going to go in a circular motion on top of the stencil. I'm just going to deposit the ink in the empty spaces of the stencil. I'm going to go with a really light hand because I want to create the 3 different shades of orange on my paper. And I'm going to say around a third of the stencil going from top to bottom. I don't want to go all the way in because I want to create that transition between orange and yellow. And I have quite a bit of orange already, so I don't want that much. So lightly, like I said, lightly, not too heavy. The one other things, put this here, move this out, take it. Then I use a clean yellow brush because the other one got stained a bit. I'm going to use Lemon Whip. Okay, so get a little bit of, who is this? Karen, is the first time you're doing a scrapbook video, you're watching for the first time? Welcome, So I'm going to get a little bit of yellow, again, lightly. You can start from the bottom up, So again, lightly, just want to deposit. Remember, you're going to use the same 3, like I said, I'm following the colors in the example because that was the best way to create a more effective transition of color and also like to create that rainbow that I'm looking for. So I'm using the first stencil. This is stencil 1. I just want to create like a soft look of the first color in it. So I'm going really light with my ink. So you're going to see that I'm putting very little pressure. That's going to give me this like soft hue of the color. Now, once remember that I had added some orange. So when I go in with the yellow, it's going to pick up some of that orange ink. It's just going to create a soft transition of color, which is what I'm looking for. Okay. So I did not clean my stencil in between. I'm just going to combine it to create that color that I'm looking for. And you're going to see, I'm going to lift it up. And it's done. And I'm going to clean my stencils after. So I set it aside. So you see it's a nice transition between orange to the yellow. Okay, so we have that. Let's put these colors away. Let's take the next 2 colors. And the way I build my my little panel, I skip stencil 3, I skipped stencil 2, I went to stencil number 3, which is creates the little arches up here. So I'm gonna line it up because I want that to be the second color. So the first one I use lemon whip and peach fuzz, which are the lightest color of this family. So for the second one, I'm going to use sunshine for the yellow and apricot for the orange, so that the second color in the family. So let's start with the orange. So again, pick up some with my brush, and then I'm going to lightly go ahead, circular motion on top of my stencil. So a little bit's going to go, counterclockwise. A little bit is going to go clockwise. That way, when you put your ink down, then you see how it creates these little lines. If you go only on one side, then you're going to have the heaviest impression just on one side of the stencil. But if you go back, then you're going to create an even look on your stenciling. Hope that helps a little bit. Again, I'm using a really light hand because I am changing the colors. If you don't happen to have like the entire collection and you only have like the one set, then you want to start applying more pressure as you start adding the ink. That way just going to deepen your color. Okay, so start always with a light hand, and then you can carefully lift it and see if you need to add more color, which is what I'm going to do. Move a little bit here. Okay, so I'm just going to go add a little bit more pressure on my stenciling, so that means that I'm going to push more ink into my paper, and it's going to deepen the color of the stenciling behind. Again, I'm going to go around 1/3 of a page down. That should be about it. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to switch my brush, and I'm going to go into sunshine, working from the bottom up. Okay, so make sure that it lines up properly. Okay, it's fine there. I know that I need to add more pressure. So you're gonna see that's gonna get a little bit darker and a little bit brighter with this light. Make it really bright. I'm looking at going, it didn't look so bright last night. But then again, I wasn't working with the studio light. So it's a little bit different. Yeah. It makes everything really bright. So I'm thinking, wow, this is really bright yellow, but it's not. It's the same one. Remember, inks get they lighten up as they start drying up. So that's something always you have to keep in mind, regardless of the ink you use. They lighten up a little bit as they dry. Again, I'm going to start working up just to have, remember, you had some of that ink left over in the from the orange. So once you hit it with the yellow, it's going to create a softer transition of the color right in the middle. So that's what I'm going for. And that should be it. Perfect. Okay. So again, I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to clean after. Third color. And that's sweet mustard for the yellow and clementine for the orange. And then I'm going to go back to stencil 2. Okay, line it up. And it's as simple as that. You can create your panels. Again, like I said, if you're a card maker, you will want to check this out because it's a beautiful, beautiful hot foil plate. You can use it as is, or you want to use the stencil just to, add color. And you can customize it any way you want to. And you're going to see that I'm just going to go heavy on here. And I'm going to go clockwise and counterclockwise. So I have that even distribution of the ink in each one of the little spaces. And as I go down, I'm going to add less pressure so that it's not as heavy of the application, just so that it makes it easier when I'm transitioning into the yellow. Okay. So it's going to be heavier at the top, not as heavy at the bottom. So then it will transition nicer into the yellow. And done with it. Let me put my brush. I'm done with this. Let's open this. And now it's sweet mustard, working from the bottom up. And I see Heather's putting out the information from the blog hub. The blog hub will happen Monday, and then there'll be an Instagram hub on Tuesday. So make sure you check it out. Not mistaken. If not, I'm sure that Heather will, correct me. But then make sure you check it out, because remember, there's always prizes. And also at the same time, make sure you check if you haven't yet, Printfree Studio just announced the newest collections. These are the fall collections and the late summer collections, and they're beautiful. And also, before I forget, because yeah, you know, like I said, you guys, I'm working on like 3 hours sleep today. Okay, so be gentle with me today. So there we go. We have our pages ready. So I'm gonna put this aside because it's gonna drive me insane. Yeah, they disappear. Clean up, and then I'm gonna bring in the panels, and then I might have to disappear to just, like I said, I forgot to bring my die cutting machine, but I might have to just take 2 steps to go get it. So, but I'm gonna leave you with the thing here so you can see it while I go get my die cutting machine. So have some patience with me. Okay, and so you're gonna see I have this nice transition between the orange to the yellow. And you see the 3 colors, you see the difference, you see, that's what I say, you go heavy and you start lighting up your you start lining up the pressure, so then you have that, you can create a soft transition of the colors. That's how I created the other one. Now, my idea for this, because if you look at a 12 by 12 page, these form a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so they're quite big, as in like if it will cover a lot of my page. So I thought it would be fun to split this into little hexagons. So take my little piece here. I am going to use, or I'm using the Essentials Basic label frames. There's a hexagon that I said I'm going to use the second one in this one. So, and of course, somebody's calling me right when I'm live, so you have to wait for later on. And I'm going to pick, in case you can see it, I'm going to push this a little bit back. Try not to hit the camera. Okay, so I'm going to take one that is going to be right a little bit between the, because I already have some orange created. So I want to get something that shows the transition. So I'm going to get one right there. Okay. Don't mind my plates. They're really well loved. Had one. That's why I didn't want to use it. And camera, sorry. Okay, let's move this back. And then you see, like I said, my plates are really well loved. I just need 2 because I already know my design is just gonna need 2. And I'm gonna take one that is gonna show more of the orange towards the yellow. So I was able to pull 4 hexagons from each one of the plates, and you have space to cut the smaller ones. I just want them, like I said, this is the second one from the largest. So I just want these 2. So I already mapped my design, so I know what I need. Okay. So, I'm trying not to shake the entire table, but I'm moving this set. Okay, so there we go. Normally be on my wish. I'm trying to read what it said. The design will not be normally on my wish list. I saw that. Oh yeah, it's wait till I show you what I'm gonna do. You guys are gonna be like, I was like, but I told Heather, I said, oh Heather, can I use this? You know, we usually chat a bit before the lives. I'm just moving stuff out of the way. You know, we always chat before of the lives to make sure that, you know, stuff is available, to know what we're using. And I think I'm using you one of the new plates. And she said, what do you have in mind? I said, well, I have this idea of cutting them apart. And she goes, go for it. So I was like, she said, yes. So I have them. And like I said, I have cut, and you're going to see, you see the transition of the color. So you see how I've created my rainbow. Okay. So I'm going to, like I said, I cut 4. You're going to see I have them in 4 little pieces. I make sure to cut, like, you know, make sure that I grab pieces that show the transition of the colors as I move down creating this. So now that you're going to see what I have, I'm going to push it out of the way for now. And then we're gonna start building a lid. And it's gonna be super simple because that already is gonna take quite a bit of your background. Okay, so I play with a few ideas for my background. And I saw this one was this year. Like I said, I do a little bit of work ahead of time. Like last night, I had already created this. So I create stuff for the blog. So I was like going, okay, what looks better? So I play with the idea of having this on the blue. Hope you can read it on the blue. I like it. Or on the white. And I'm actually opting for the white, even though there is a pattern. This paper is from the Happy Heart collection. This one here is from Life Right Now. I like this. I think it's a little bit too much blue, even though the photo that I have today, that's my son, my nephew, and my niece. I could use the extra blue, but just because I want to see the rainbow pop a little bit more, I'm going to go for the white. Okay. So I'm going to put this aside. And sometimes you're going to see that. And when I add list, like, my list of products or supplies, whichever way you want to see it, I add extras just because sometimes, again, we have plans and it's until we sit down and work them that, they come to fruition. So let's start just going on here. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. I should have trimmed this ahead, but then I wouldn't have known the name. Just going to take the branding strip. I don't know, a lot of people have different names for this. I've always known them as branding strips, the one that has the name and the barcode. We had this conversation a while ago and somebody said a different name. I didn't know what they were talking about, to be honest with you. I was like, what are you talking about? And then she pointed out to us like, oh, that's the branding strip. And she's like, no. I was like, oh, yeah. That's how I know it, So here's where we're going to go at. So yellow. You're going to see that I cut it a little bit lower. So you still can see the transition. And you're going to see my nails are yellow too from, what I did. And the background, even though there's a bit of background, because I'm using that graphic look, like those lines, it is going to work. Again, the lines are not going to match completely, but that's okay. You can actually, because you see the great, like the change in the color, it actually kind of forgives the design. Trust me, I was trying to work it out so the design will not be cut, but it was a little bit like harder. I destroyed a few of this. So I did my work ahead of time because I knew that was going to be a question. But for me, it was more important that you see the transition of the color. Okay. Thinking that I might put this one here. Let's see. Okay. Then the other side. Okay, let's keep going at it. Okay, so I'm not going to go with that full orange because I know that it's going to be too much. That's what I said. I just needed 2 more. Okay, so you see how I have a rainbow? I'm going to have to cheat a bit here because, for the sake of cheating, I can actually go ahead and, to be honest, I can go ahead and cut the little piece that I have here and match it, but I want to make sure that I have full hexagon. So I'm going to start from the bottom there. And again, it's not going to be like a complete, like, I wish that I can show you the entire transition as this, but we're going to cheat a bit so that I have my design. Okay, so let me just put this away here. So you see it now? Okay, so like I said, we created this with the hot foil plate and the stencil set and the ink. So if I can do it, you can do it. If you're a card maker, that kind of give you an idea what you can do for your cards too. Okay. But I thought the look was beautiful. The little bit of shine with a little bit of the rainbow, even the background works with this. Again, like I said, I have the other one here too. In case you want to see it, I can quickly do it for you. Then you see it, which I said, I played with this idea yesterday too. And I'm starting to go back to it. So I do, I liked it. I was like, like I said, I play with some ideas. We always plan this ahead of time, it just works better. But just so you see that I actually go with this too, but I like it better in the white. I think it shows nicer, but so you just have an idea. You want to have something that is kind of on the solid plain side on the background, just so you have the effect of the hot foil plate and the colors show a little bit more on your final design. And that's why you can go with white cardstock. I went with this that has like I can go with the other side. Oh, I didn't try on that side. I should probably. But then I'm going to have this. I don't want to, have anything interfere with my idea. So my idea, foam adhesive, because everything is better with foam adhesive. So let's go at it. Here, measure it properly. Yeah, so again, like I always tell you, I'm going to start with a little bit. And once I get off the lives, then I go and secure everything nice in place. For now, we're just going to do it quickly so you can see it. But once we're like, I'm sure you don't want to stand here and watch me just go ahead and add, I'll give a little bit of space in between them just so that, my plates don't look, because like I said, to be honest, they don't match completely when you die cut them. You can go ahead and try to do it. I tried, like I said, I might have destroyed a few just because I wanted to make sure that, like, you could do it. It's going to take you quite a bit of time to, like, get that exact measurement. So instead, we're just going to cheat a bit. So my solution for that is leave a tiny little bit of space in between, but I am going to give it some dimension because I think you need that little bit of the shadow between this and the pattern paper. If I had just white cardstock, I might go flat, but because I have that little, like, green stripe on the pattern paper, it's not stripes, like little leaves. I want to leave a little bit of space. So that's why I'm adding foam adhesive. But if you don't want to, then don't. It's completely up to you. Just keep in mind, which one goes here? Okay, before it's just keep in mind that if you go flat with this on your design and you want it to be like, I think having the little bit of dimension and a little bit of space, it just helps you with like not having the pattern matching. But I think if you were to put it like flat on your page, you might want to, it might take you a little bit longer just to make sure that your lines match, just because it's going to read a little bit different. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so there's a rhyme and a reason why sometimes, we leave space or we add foam adhesive. And in this case, it just helps with the design of the arches. Okay, so we have our one side. Let's go on the other side and we got to work back. Yeah, because the picture is going to go obviously right in the center. And so it's trying to read your, comments as, you want to, wait till you see the rest of this release. Wait till you see the rest. There's so many beautiful pieces on this release. That's what I'm going to say. Make sure you wake up early. There's always a giveaway on, attached to all the blog hops and the IG hops. But wait till you see the inspiration. There's some beautiful projects too. So always worth it. And the pieces are beautiful. The products, there's quite a bit. So that's just, we're almost there. Just trying to get the stuff I have here. And it's a simple design. Like I said, you can use, if you're a card maker, I will use the smaller. Oh, don't wait. I broke it. Okay, I'll find it after. Or you can use the smaller hexagon to cut these pieces, like, one panel for your cards. It's completely up to you. Literally. She's gonna drive me insane. I dropped the die and I don't see it. Probably under the couch. So we'll deal with that after. I forgot that I didn't put it inside. And once you're gonna see that once I do this, there's no need for me to add a lot more than this. We're gonna add embellishments in the title, but not much more because you don't want to take away from your colors. And even when I created this, when I started playing around with the idea where I was going to put the picture, that's when I decided to split it because I did not want to hide the color. I want to have that nice transition. And you're going to see, even though I have the pattern paper and I have this, it looks actually, it doesn't like, throw it off. It actually, because you have the same kind of diagonal lines, it works great for this page. Okay. And it's a very fun, colorful, but elegant. That's the way I want to see it, because the shine just makes it like that much more special. So you're going to see it right now. Okay. So my photo is going to be right there. We are going to add a little bit of paper behind it, because we're just going to something to anchor my picture. I don't want it to be floating there. So this collection here is, oh my God, I'm like lacking words today. And that's weird because I talk a lot. This is like right now, I have the 6x6 paper pad, and I want something really, really soft. But because my picture is going to sit right here in the blue, and like I said, I have my niece, my nephew, and my son in the same photo, I want a little bit more on the manly side of things. That's the right word. So I think that just goes there. So let's go at it. And you can add quite a few pictures. You can also cut your photos to be like, the hexagons if you want to add more. Or you can use one here, one here, one here, like make it a little triangle of pictures. There's a lot that you can do with the design. Just because it has like those straight lines, they're going to help you kind of guide your design. So quite a bit that you can do with this. See my trimmer. Have it right here. It's gonna, and I'm just adding that because I think it needs just a little bit of paper to anchor this to my page. You don't have to, and that's also one of the reasons that I transform my picture to black and white, so that it will pop in the sea of color. Okay, well, let's come out of the way so you guys can see it, and it's gonna fit right there. You can see the transition of color. You see, like, I like it there. So again, foam adhesive is our best friend. See, I'm gonna have to get a ruler to make sure that my picture is not wonky. Okay, see, so there's many things that you can do with like a hot foil plate, something that is just, use it as is. You can customize it, and having the stencil is going to help you customize it. But why don't you just die cut it and make something else out of it? And that's the route that I went. And I wanted to show you that, you can do a lot more with them beyond just having, obviously the background, the U-car panels in a way. Let me see. Yes. See, like I said, you also like somebody just commented, I don't know who's it, Vicky, that said the black and white photo. In this case, the black and white picture works because I have the foil and all that color. So it's about what do you want to bring, like what do you want to bring the attention to in your page? There is quite a bit of color. Like if it looks bright on the camera, it looks brighter in real life. Okay. So you have to think about what do you want, like, to pop in your page. As is, already your background is going to pop because of the shine, because of the color. So to like kind of balance that, then you want to consider what you put in the middle. So in this case, I went with a black and white photo. So even though it kind of breaks the flow of this, your eye is going to pop to this. And just because you have that flow of the color, your eye kind of goes here, it rests, and then it continues. Okay, so always think about like, little things that is just going to make you go through your page. Okay, so now I have my embellishment here. Again, like I said, I always list everything that I could use, and I might not use all of it, but good to have something. So let's start with the title. I do want my title to be either here or here. So I have a space for either side. So that's the only thing that I never look ahead of time, and I should, I always think that I should look ahead of time, but like I always have a hard time with titles. But I like this because it just falls more into the yellow part of it. So I want this, and I chose this just because I know that I want to get. If you look at my page, there's not that much teal, so I might. Sorry, just, like I said, my mother arrived yesterday at 3 a.m. So, we didn't, she's barely, my family in Ecuador, just, finding out that, well, they've had her for an entire month, but right now they are just calling to make sure that she's okay, you know? So I'm just trying to find, something to work with my title. Like I said, I always struggle with titles. Don't think that titles come easily for me. Just like, my hardest thing to do is title. But I know I want the word together. That much I know. So I'm thinking fun together might be a good one. There goes the F there and the together underneath. So let me get a ruler. See how you things disappear on my desk? They always do. So here we go. Yeah, so just the comments. Yeah, like I said, just like whenever you create a layout, even use a color photo, like, you can, even if you use a color photo, just kind of very careful about how can I explain to you about the color you want, like, to pop. Let's say your kid, let's say you have a school picture, okay? And your kids don't happen to have uniform. My kids have uniform, but your kid's wearing like a red t-shirt and there's like tons of blue, then go for red. So then you know that photo, like your kid is gonna pop in the layout. So that gives you a better idea what I'm saying. Be smart about the colors and the placement of things. So just you want to make sure that you bring the emphasis or the focus of your layout to that specific point. In this case, it's the picture, even though I see a beautiful color and shines. And you guys know that I love that. So let's go with the word together. And I'm using these are from the Life Right Now collection. These are the puffy alpha stickers because they actually match the background. So they're not gonna like kind of pop as much from the page. So there's always a random reason to how things get built. I might sound technical, but I don't know. There's something about probably my engineering brain. And I'm sure that my friend Etienne here, she also happens to be an engineer. She knows that my head works a lot around the numbers a lot. So like straight lines, circles, rainbows, anything that has to be in order, even though my house might be in chaos, works perfect for my brain. So that's where a lot of me yapping around, where pictures and colors and lines comes from. Blame it on the math side of my brain. Finishing my title. And if you see it, we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna need that many embellishments because you don't want to take away from all the stuff that you put at the back. So let me just find the parts here. Yeah, I like the word happiness too, but I wanted to work together. So fun together. If I put happiness just to make you it might not be bad. So don't worry, we're gonna try it. Okay. I'm open to check. Like I said, one of the things that I struggle the most is titles. Not, I think it just takes away from it. See? Too much color, just enough. Especially, we think that we're gonna add embellishments. Okay, so don't think that this is the final product. We're still gonna add embellishments. So you don't wanna, like I said, you don't want it to overtake. Okay, I have space for my lines of journal. I said we're gonna use some flowers because, come on, with beautiful Pinkfish Studio flowers, can never say no to them. So I have a few here. I don't think we're gonna need many, and I don't want to go with big ones. I want something like really small. Let me just look at what we have. And I have like the leftovers of 3 sets I think I have here. So yeah, I want to go with something that is like, it's gonna pick up the colors that I have here. So I'm thinking if I go, let me see. No, it's too much. See, like my brain's already thinking, Natalie, don't overdo it. But I think it does. I think I need to worry about my clusters right here. So let's go with the way my brain was thinking about it before. Just want to add a bit here. Much better. Let's see which way. I might actually have to hide this a bit because I don't want a lot of it to show. Much better. I like that. Yeah, I'm always going to show you what, like, again, like, it's not that I want to prove a point, but I just want to show you why things work better in certain areas. So that's what I said. If you want me to put the happiness, once you see it, it looks beautiful. If I had not put the word together, then the word happiness would have worked on itself. But because I have the word together, it was going to take too much. Okay, so you needed to get something a little bit more subdued in a way. Okay. Like I said, I'm probably people have been thinking, my God, this girl's boring. She's thinking about a lot of things. But that's how my brain's working right now. My brain is going on over, like, low thinking of, okay, what else are you going to add here? See, like I said, I'm not going to need that many embellishments because you don't. You're going to need just a few to complete this page. Okay, so to me, that's more than enough. Yeah, okay. You're enjoying the fact that you're talking. My mother's probably going, oh my God, this girl talks too much, but again, my mother knows me. So I'm just adding some foam adhesive again. Like I said, I'm just gonna add something to hold it for now. Once I'm outside of the camera, I'll go and secure everything in place. But for now, to me, this is more than enough of the flower situation. I don't think I need any more. That's just gonna elongate the design a little bit more. Okay, so now let's just add a few more embellishments. I have here, again, let me just see. I had the word together, and I think that's what it came. No, I don't. Let me just go through some of it, and then we'll go. I don't want to get that many things that are round because that's going to go against, or we might actually it might work. So let's try it. See? It's too big. It's too big. So let's see what we have here. Bring the spring. It's not a spring layout. It's just my kids having fun together with my son showing the little ones how to play with the iPad. This is quite a few years ago. My niece and nephew, my sister is very about what was the word I'm saying? She's very not pro giving the kids what do you call it? Technology when they're too young. So whenever they came, because my kids are like, don't forget, my kids are, well, they're adults now, yeah. So my son is, let me see, 21. My niece is just 14, around 8 or 9 years apart. Like my sister had my niece and nephew like later in life. So my kids used to be babysitters to their cousins, yeah. So it is so whenever they came, my kids had phones and iPads and all the stuff, and they didn't have anything. So that was the joy of being together. Do you have any black? No, I'm actually going to use to pop this a little bit more just to play. I'm going to use this at the end. Okay. So we're going to go with, I think, some round to be here. So just trying to think what I have. Like, I like this little joys, and I like that there. When I play with the gray, I don't want it to be popping that much. What I see here is that I forgot to put foam adhesive here. So I wanted to attach it to there we go. So that means that I gotta bring something maybe around here. So let me see what I have. Right here. See? No, I don't like that there. But I like that there. Even if I put just one circle, I don't mind it. What I am gonna use most is cardstock stickers. I brought this here too because these are something that I love. These are the pocket stickers. I like this light right now. Thinking here. You see how, just to prove your point, if you put it here, see how it takes away from the flow of this? It just kind of breaks it apart. Just this in itself makes it such a, full layout. Like it brings a lot of color and attention. And just because the design it's set for everything to be focused on this, you don't really need that much more. That's what I feel like. Cardstock stickers might be the way for, the way to go for today. Maybe some chipboard stickers. I have the social hour, which I like it because it has that gray tone. Let's see. Let's see if I put it right here. Yeah, I like that better there. Or even if I put it right here. Let's see. No, I like it better here. There we go. It might not make it there for now. I don't know. And this is the part that, like I said, it's not that I struggle. It's just that I don't want to cover that much in my basket. And so I don't want to cover that much in my background because I think my lines of journal are going to be right here. That much I know. My lines of journal are going to be down here. I know that I'm going to add some enamel dots, like metallic pearls, just to complete the look. But I think that I like some of it. Well, let's just try some of this. See this today. I might actually add it right here, like right where the lines are, around this color. So I'm going to try to color block my design. So let's see what it looks like. I want it to pop a bit more, so I'm going to go probably there. Okay. So let's do the color blocking technique. So that means we're going to add stickers and colors based on where they're going to sit. And that's what I put the two of them together. I'm just looking at everything that I have here. I love this feels like home. Fun together feels like home. Now I like that there. That's going to bring some of that gray that I have in that circle up there to down here and balance it out. So let's go with this here. Okay, so this is going to be right there. And that's going to balance that out. Okay, so kind of think of it, cancel them out. That's it. If I were to add another one, I'll probably add it up here. Remember, lines of journal are going to be down here. So if I add anything gray, it will be up here. I'll show you. So that it creates that triangle. Okay, so just so you see what I'm going with all of this. Yes. Balance the circles. Let's see. You can see that I'm not pressing or adding foam adhesive until I know that it works. See, and I don't like it. I'm thinking, yeah, it's gonna work, and then I put it, and I'm like, you know how your brain, like, sometimes you're like, yes, it's gonna work, and you put it on, and you're like, I don't know. You start debating. That's me right now. No, so let's go with some of this. Maybe again, as I said, I have quite a few of this. Things to remember. I know that I want to put it down here because lines of journal are going to be right here. Okay, so now this makes sense. Now having this here will make sense. Again, sticking out. Okay, then I just love this day. Maybe if I can add it over here, just so it has the tones that I'm going with it. Maybe move it a little bit more. Okay. I might change this today just because it's a little bit too skinny. No, it's fine. Here, so I think I need something else up here. So just gonna see the best line. And that's about it. So now I don't want to overtake my paint. Honestly, that's my biggest concern. So now let's go with the final touches. Oh, I'm gonna be done in 2 seconds. Because I know already, if I keep adding stuff, it's just gonna start hiding. See, the more I put things on it, it's gonna take away from the design. If I put this here, it's because I have this here. This balances out. If I put this here, it's because I put this here. It's gonna balance out. If I put something else here, then it's too much. Yeah. So right now, as it is, I have things going this way, and I have things going this way, with this being the center of my page. So I think I'm plenty and enough. There's no need for more. All I need right now is just to emphasize some of the pieces that I have here. So we're gonna go with some gold metallic pearl that have some gold, and like I said, I would leave them in place. And I also have the metallic matte gold. I wanted to see what they look like. Let's see what looks better. I'm gonna go with the matte so it doesn't take away from, but you know what? Let's put it here. Let's play with this. I like the shiny ones better. Okay, let's put this away. And I'm just gonna add them here, like around the areas that I know that there's not enough foil, which is by my title, by the flowers. And remember, whenever you put your little pieces of like enamel dots, think of it as kind of just kind of scattering them. You don't want to create a Minnie Mouse head. Somebody laughed a few weeks ago when I said, what do you say about Minnie Mouse? Is when you put like, 1, 2, 3, and you create like, that iconic shape. So just be mindful of that. Okay, so what your enamel dots should do is just kind of stretch your design a bit more. That's what the enamel dots are there for. And in this case, the enamel dots for me are just going to bring the attention to the areas that I want your eyes to focus on. So the little lines of journal, like the cardstock sticker, the little sentiments. Like I said, I'm just placing them. I'll come and glue them after we're finishing. So place that there. Yeah, the shiny dots are going to you don't need that many either. So just a few. And you're going to see how those are just going to bring your eye to those areas that I know somebody said I can hardly read the words. Once you put the gold, your eye is going to pop to that. And then you're going to know why they're there. This one, I have to add some formatting behind. And so we are finished, I believe. I might actually add, just for the fun of it, here one, so your eye lingers a bit longer there. I have a little one here that doesn't want to come out. There we go. And I'm done. So what do you think? So what do we think? Not bad. I think this is, like I said, a perfect way to use your foiling plates to something like, beyond a card or just a rectangular panel. You can go ahead, die cut them, create a fun background for your pages. So, as always, if you have any questions, let me know. Remember that we're always here to, help you with anything. Like I said, I used the color inks. It's the yellow set, the Indian Summer. I put them away. So I used the Indian Summer. I used the Morning Sky, the Fairy Dust, and the orange one, which I, again, magically disappear and stuff on my desk. I have them on the sides. Yes, Rising Shine and Indian Summer, Fairy Dust, and Sky Blue. Those are the only 4 sets that I use. And I am using the Geo Arch hot foil plate. That's what you can create with the negative part of it, and the matching stencil, which is on the side because of the bit dirty. But I hope you enjoyed this. This was really fun to put together. Takes a little bit of work to do, a little bit before, but I thought it was going to be a great idea for this, and lots of colors. So perfect for summer or any other type of scrapbooking or any project that you create. As always, like I always say, if you have a question or you want me to show you something that I can show you, just remember, there's only a limit that I can show you. Leave it in the comments. I always like to hear what you guys say. I am going to flip the camera to see you for a little bit longer before we say goodbye, and also to see who wins the gift certificate. So let me just flip the camera, turn off the lights so I don't look all shiny. There we go. Maybe turn it back on so you can see a little bit more. Yeah, so let me see if somebody says, what was Esther saying? Okay, I don't know what it says, but I'll come and read them after. I always read the comments after. So I'm gonna flip the camera right now, and you're gonna see me all shiny. I'm gonna turn off this light. There we go, much better. Maybe I'll turn off the other light. Wait. Oh, you see, there's so much light coming from outside right now. Yeah, it's like really sunny here in Toronto. And congratulations goes to Esther Rodriguez. Congratulations. You win a $15 gift certificate to the shop. Email Leah at pinkfishstudio.com. Give her a few days because she gets quite a bit of emails from, all of us and the customers. As always, thank you so much. Congrats. What is the new part of the June release? It's the foil plate and the matching stencil. That it's the new part. And you're gonna see the mess that is behind my house right now. Like I said, today is I'm going in 3 hours sleep. That's how long I've slept today. But I'm gonna go sleep. So thank you so much for joining me. As always, don't forget to check the blog hub happening on Monday. The release starts on Monday, 8:30 Central Time, if I'm not mistaken. As always a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Heather. Congratulations, Esther. Hello to all my friends. I see a lot of names that I know that I'm sure gonna text me, and thank you guys for being here. And I think I'll be seeing you soon. So have a great day. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to check the sale from Pinkfish Studio. There's some boxes, and then I will if you want to take or you took a screenshot of the background, all you have to do is take your little dial of YouTube and just rewind it, and then you can stop at anywhere and take the pictures if you want to. As always, thank you. Oh, congratulations, Esther. Have a great weekend, everyone. Take care.